This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies used in this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of
Resident Evil.
Getting the ending 3 with Jill Valentine. So the ending 3 is also known as the alternative ending 1, if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But as always, we will just use the definition the game gives to the ending. So this is the ending 3 on the gallery part of the menu. So we'll be skipping all the cutscenes because unfortunately on this game the cutscenes count as in-game time. And the run will be like 1 hour and 40 minutes because of that, if I left the cutscenes. But for the cutscenes, for the best ending, I will let the cutscenes. So don't worry. I think it's a good idea to leave them just for the best endings.
Thanks.
So the first thing you need to learn in order to make efficient runs on this game is how to stairs skate. Because I don't know if you noticed, I go up and down the stairs pretty fucking fast. So in order to do that, you just have to smash the run button while you are going up or going down the stairs. But it only works with the D-pad, so you have to go up the stairs with the D-pad or go down the stairs with the D-pad and smash the run button. There's also another way, but first I will explain this. You first pick up the clip and then go to the green arrow. You pick up the green arrow and wait until the zombie tries to grab you, and then make a little strafe and get out. So strafing zombies, it's like you have to bait the grab of the zombie and then get out as fast as you can. But it's not mandatory to learn for another damage run, to be honest. I will just use it for that zombie, I think. That's the only zombie will use the strafe. It will only make you run fancy if you want to learn like how to strafe all the zombies. And there are some zombies that are easier to strafe and there are some others that are harder to strafe. But again, it's not necessary, so why bother in learn that? And I like to kill these two zombies because the first one is pretty hard to dodge when you're getting out the crypt, or it has plenty of RNG. And I kill the second one because there are shotgun shells behind him. So the second thing you need to learn in order to make efficient runs on this game is use correctly the alternate controls. So in this game there are two kinds of controls. There's the classic one, I think it's called original if I'm not wrong, and there's the alternate controls. The classic ones it's like on the classic, right? So the D-pad is the tank movement, and the alternate controls are that the D-pad remains the tank control movements, but you can move your character with the left stick. But the left stick it allows you to make like really fancy movements, maybe you can call it. You can make like 360 very easily because you can just rotate the left stick and your character will like move immediately, or will make immediately a 360. So the main key to learn is how to use both type of controls, the D-pad and the left stick. Know where to use the D-pad and know where to use the alternate controls. So in this game there are defense items, and the defense items are like in Resident Evil Remake. You can use a defense item in order to get out of a grab. So if a zombie grabs you in front of you, you can just use a defense item and it won't inflict the damage because of that. I like how this game is a combination of the original mode, arrange mode and rebirth mode from the classic, with some additions like the graveyard and Lisa, for example. And the shotgun, it's like always, you can just pick up the shotgun and Barry will help you. Unfortunately, the Jill sandwich dialogue is gone.
Oh god.
So I was recording this already and the fucking premiere video delayed my comments for some weird reason. I don't know why. Pretty annoying to be honest, but anyway. That zombie will always get decapitated if you aim up. So in this game, it's not 100% that you will decapitate zombies with a shotgun if you aim up. It's like there's a certain chance or percentage that you can decapitate zombies, and there are some other chances of, or certain zombies that are like really hard to decapitate, or it's almost impossible to decapitate. That zombie is one of them. Unless you use a defense item. When you use a defense item and then you aim up and shoot with the shotgun, there are more chances to decapitate the zombie. But it's not 100%. So it's like learn which zombies you can decapitate or are easily to decapitate, or you had more chance to decapitate. And the dodge for that zombie is almost the same. It's always the same, I'm sorry. At 120 FPS it's a little easier to perform, and at 60 FPS it's a little harder. But it's consistent at 60 FPS as well, just a little harder. So one important thing is that after the cutscenes with Barry, if Barry gives you an item and you can sell the menu, you won't pick up the item that Barry is giving you, and the item will be gone forever. So if you cancel the acid rounds, you won't have an acid rounds. That's a reset because you need the acid rounds for Yawn. For this dog, just equip the shotgun, use the dog whistle, and stand up in this corner, wait for the dog, and shoot him 2 times. Pick up the collar and get out. If the collar is like really far away from you, and you are hearing the dog like running and maybe it's close to you, just reset the room, because like on the classic, on this game, if you reset the room, you will reset the position of the enemies and you will reset the aggro, but you will reset the HP values as well, so be careful with that. The third thing you need to learn in this game is how to pump cancel. For Jill, it's pretty useful for the Yawn fight, but for Chris it's more mandatory, to be honest. For Chris it's like you will every time use the pump cancel. So the pump cancel, it's just a trick that that allows you to cancel the recoil of the weapon. So you can like keep shooting pretty fast and you don't have to wait like for the recoil. It's really helpful, but only works with the shotgun and with the grenade launcher. And you don't have to confuse the pump cancel with the quick shot, because the quick shot it's a completely different strat or trick. It's not the same as the pump cancel. And the quick shot works with the handgun, not with the shotgun or with the grenade launcher. And the quick shot, it's only mandatory to learn for speedruns, to be honest. It's not mandatory to learn for an damage run, because the handgun, it's like you will only use it for the 2 zombies at the beginning of the game and 1 shark on the guardhouse, nothing more. Then the handgun is completely useless. The ouch dialogue of Richard is gone as well, unfortunately. And as you can see, the first section of the mansion is like backtrack a lot. You have to go to the same place like 3 times. So the main trick is to know which zombies kill and when to go to certain parts in order to avoid the zombies that are dangerous. For example, this zombie almost all the time is on the stairs, but this time he decides to be below the stairs and wait me there. But that almost never happens. It's like really bad RNG that he is below the stairs. He 90% of the time will be on the stairs, and if a zombie is on the stairs, the zombie will always vomit, won't grab you. And if you start skate fast enough, the zombie won't grab you. And that's really weird, It happens sometimes, like the zombie doesn't care about you and just keep walking and doesn't grab you. But yeah, so there are not much difference between 120 and 60 FPS. It's like playing at 120 FPS. It's less complicated than playing at 60 FPS, because at 120 FPS the AI it's like more consistent and the enemies behave like almost always the same. But it's also RNG at the end of the day. It's just like at 120 FPS you will have less complications than at 60. Of course, performing dodges and performing the quick shot tips easily at 120 FPS and start skating. Or you can start skate faster, I'm sorry. Sorry. So you can start skate like pretty easily at 120 FPS. Or faster, I'm sorry, not pretty easily. The game is faster in all aspects at 120. So the grenade launcher is at the same place, like an original mode and a range mode. And Forest won't wake up unless you go at the end of this room or this courtyard. But if you don't, he won't wake up. And it's not necessary to go to the end of this room because there's nothing. I think there's an herb, but there's no ammo or something like that. Maybe ammo for the handgun, but I don't think so. I don't remember, to be honest. So I like to kill this zombie because this zombie can enter the room while I'm making the puzzle, and it's not so hard to dodge him even if he enters the room. But just to stay chill, right? And maybe he can become a Crimson Head, but it's like you won't come back to this room anymore after you evade Yawn. So it doesn't matter if you can decapitate the zombies or not on this part. And as you can see, if you let the fat zombie grab you and you use a defense item, you have plenty of time to go pick up the music notes and get out. Unless you are pretty slow, right? But that's the beauty of this game. There are plenty of things you can do on certain parts of the game. For example, if you don't feel confident enough to enter to the room and pick up the music notes and get out while you use a defense item, you can just kill that zombie if you want with the shotgun. So the item management with Jill is not a really big deal. It can be a little annoying at the beginning of the game if you don't follow my steps and you don't pick up the items I pick and the order I pick them, and I save the items that I save when I save them. Maybe it can become annoying, but not really sure about that, because you have 8 item slots with Jill. With Chris it's like really, you have to learn how to manage your inventory really well with Chris, but with Jill not so. Not really, yeah. So the quick turns, I perform them with the left stick. It's faster. That's why you have to learn how to use the alternate controls and the D-pad in certain parts of the game. So the combination for this puzzle is you have to move the large GR to the left twice and then leave the puzzle. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm playing in the Chinese simple language, or simple Chinese, because the text scrolls faster. So there are no different versions between the languages of this game. It's just like the game comes with a lot of languages and you can just change it on the menu. It's not like on the classic, the Japanese version of the game is different than the North American version. And this game is not like that. Maybe there are difference between the HD remaster and the GameCube version of this game, or the PS3 version or PS4. But I didn't play those versions, to be honest, so I don't know. So this cutscene is not possible. Well, the cutscene before that one is not possible to skip. You have 3 options for Yawn. You can just bait him like I'm doing right now. You can fight him and use ammo. Or you can just let Richard to fight Yawn. On the last 2 options you can retrieve Richard's assault shotgun. But for the hard difficulty, no damage runs on any ending on Jill. In my opinion, it's not necessary the assault shotgun. In real survivor it's more necessary, but not on hard difficulty. So that's the main reason I don't kill the zombies, because if you kill the zombies at the beginning of the game, they will become Crimson Heads. And I'm pretty sure I forget to mention that. So yeah, in this game there are enemies called Crimson Head. And the zombies can become Crimson Head if you don't decapitate them or you don't incinerate the zombies. Because you can kill and incinerate the zombies as well. So the best way to avoid Crimson Heads is just to not create them. So don't kill the zombies that you are sure that will become Crimson Head and will be a problem after the game. Just kill the ones that you won't like ever, or on the places that you will never come back, or you are sure that they will despawn, like for example the zombie on the stairs below, because that zombie, even if you don't decapitate the zombie, it will be replaced by hunters. And the same with the zombie that will be encountering after the art room. Well, no, not after the art room, after the Elder Crimson Head, yeah. So right here I just like to save the lighter. And I'm still with the grenade launcher because I didn't, on this run I didn't use the shotgun too much, to be honest. Because I usually use the shotgun in the entirety of the first section and just pick up the grenade launcher for this part. But I think I was testing and it's possible as well. But keep in mind that you need 3 explosive rounds for the Elder Crimson Head and 4 if you don't bring the shotgun, because sometimes the Crimson Head can take or can still alive after the 3rd explosive round, but it will be like 10% HP, so it's not really worth to use a 4th explosive round. It's more worth to use a shotgun shell. So keep that in mind. I was trying to use the mortar. So the Crimson Head fight, it's not complicated. And in the cutscene always Jill will like go to the door and you will have plenty of space between you and the Crimson Head. So when the cutscene ends, just pause, grab the grenade launcher and shoot him 1 explosive round. And just wait until he stands up and repeat. Sometimes the Crimson Head won't get stunned by the explosive round and will start running to you. But because there are plenty of base, you can just keep shooting if that happens, because he will always get stunned at the second explosive round if the first one doesn't stun him. Doesn't matter if you pump cancel or not. So for example, this zombie will be replaced by a hunter if you don't kill him. But I like to kill him because I have plenty of ammo. You can even let him grab you and then get out, because you have defense items. There's one dog behind you right now, so don't waste too much time on this part. That dog will despawn after you clean the guardhouse, by the way. So this is one new addition on the remake. And if you didn't pick up the Monk Crest, you can skip this part, because the Monk Crest gives you access to the Magnum, to the Cold Python. I like to pick it up because it's pretty helpful against the dogs, and for some zombies, and for the Lisa fight. But it's possible to beat this game no damage without the Magnum. It's even possible to beat this game only knife, no damage, no save, no damage. There are some videos about it. I think Eater has one of those. Pretty crazy, but yeah, it's possible. I think everything is possible. Just a matter of be patient and be consistent. So I like to, or well, not I like, it's kind of mandatory to walk between the crowds when you are in the middle of them. You can run, but if you fucked up a little the pathing, they will aggro and they will bite you or attack you. So that's why I like to walk when I'm in the middle of the crowds. Right here is the first encounter with Lisa. There are plenty of things you can do in order to avoid her. I will teach you all of them. Or at least I will mention, because I will just perform one, the easiest one and the safest one. So when the cutscene ends and you regain control of Jill, pause, equip the Cold Python, aim and shoot, and pause immediately. And then equip the Cold Python and run straight until you get close to the wall and then get out. It's 100% consistent and it's 100% safe, as long as you do it correctly. The other two ways to do that part, it's one, you have to waste 3 Magnum bullets. It's almost the same strat, but you have to use 3 Magnum bullets. And the other one is the speedrun strat that you have to dodge Lisa. It's like you have to walk straight a little and then run to the left and then get out. It's not so hard to perform the speedrun strat, but It's like on the crow's part. If you fuck up a little your patting or your movement, she won't miss the attack. Lisa won't miss the attack, and it will hit you. So I 100% recommend to perform the strat I do. It never failed me, to be honest. It just failed me sometimes the dodge, because I used to do that. So right here, when the cutscene ends, equip the magnum, aim and shoot, and then walk backwards and wait for the dogs. So when the dogs appears on the camera, just shoot them. So the dogs make a pretty particular scream when they are dead. If they don't do that, be careful. They can still alive, and sometimes they won't make any noise. But it's like 98% of the time they will just die with one shotgun shell. But they can tank a shotgun shell, so I'm sorry, a magnum bullet. So it's not like 100% sure that they will always die with one magnum bullet. But it's 98, so it's a lot anyways. So for the guardhouse you just need the handgun, nothing more, just save everything. The main strat for the spider room, or the spider's room, because there are more than one, or there is more than one, is to just get in and get out as fast as you can. It's more consistent at 120 FPS, to be honest, because sometimes at 60 FPS it's like the spider may aggro easily to you. But it's not impossible at 60 FPS. As long as you are careful when you are getting out, you should be fine. So we want to lure the zombie inside this bathroom, because if you let the zombie in this bathroom, he will never get out of the bathroom. So you will have like freeway on the whole on that room. Because if you don't leave him in the bathroom, he will be on the room and you will have to dodge him like 3 times, I think. So it's not good. Right here is the self-defense gun. It's important that you pick up this before you enter into the bathroom, because once you enter to the bathroom, the zombie that is hanged up will fall and will be on the bedroom waiting for you. I'm not sure if that zombie can enter to the bathroom, but the zombie that is on the floor will wake up anyways. So it's like, no, you don't have option to like stay there if you want, even if you want to. You just have to get out. So after the cutscene, equip the self-defense gun and shoot. And then get out. Equip the handgun, re-enter to the room, aim and shoot. The shark will take between 6 and 8 bullets to die. You have to listen to that sound that the shark makes when dies. It's like shaking on the water. So plenty of things I forget to mention about hard difficulty on the game in general. First, the game in general. On this game, if you are with a weapon equipped, you run slower, so that's why I unequip the weapon all the time. And about the difficulty, sorry, the hard difficulty is the same as real survival difficulty. Real survival mods, if you want to call it like that. The only difference between hard difficulty and real survival is that on hard difficulty you have auto-aim and the item boxes are linked, nothing more. The amount of zombies, the HP values, the ammo that the game gives you, it's the same.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
So there are two ways to deal with Neptune. The safest one is to throw the panel and activate the electricity. And the second one is just to dodge him. The second one is the speedrun strat, but again, if you fuck up a little your movement or your patting, this time you won't get damage, you will be dead. So the bees can sting you on this part of the game if you stay long enough in the room. And this puzzle is random all the time, but it's always the numbers are always 3, 5, 6. The order is random, and I think they are not bees, but I like to call them bees. I mean the insects, not the panel. Right here you can make the bee jolt. The bee jolt is a little different than original. You first pick up an empty bottle, then pick up the number 3, then pick up the other 2 empty bottles, and you fill them up with water, then combine the number 3 with water. Then the water counts as number 1, así que so it's number 4 when you combine it. Then you pick up one number 6, combine the number 6 with number 4, then pick up another 6, combine the number 6 with number 1, you have 7, 7 with 10, you have 17, and then you pick up a number 3 and you have 20, and 20 is Bejeweled. And the así que it's a Spanish word. I don't know why I said that. It happens to me sometimes when I'm speaking English. So just have fun about it. So before going back to the mansion, you need the grenade launcher with acid rounds, the magnum bullets, the shotgun, and shotgun shells if you have them. So right now it comes the worst part of the game after the dogs, and it's the snake section of the game. It's the part that will kill most of your runs, until you learn a good strats to deal with them. So first for the dogs, just equip the Magnum, aim and shoot, and keep aiming. The second dog will come to you, always, and just shoot him. Sometimes the second dog can tank a Magnum round, but if that happens, just equip the shotgun and kill him with the shotgun. Do not waste another Magnum bullet, it's unnecessary and it's not worth it. So for this section, just run until you are on the corner of that part, equip the shotgun, aim and shoot the snake. I'm sorry. Right here you have to bait the spiders, but that bait was really sketchy, to be honest. What you have to do is bait the 3 spiders that are on the right, and then continue running. You can even kill those 3 spiders. So they are not spiders, man. I keep calling them spiders. You can even kill those 3 snakes. But on this game, or at least on that section, every snake that you will kill won't respawn. So if you kill all the snakes, there won't be any snakes when you come back, because you have to come back to that part. Right here is the first hunter, just ignore him. Right here, run while you're still close to that wall, and when you are really close to the hunter, aim and shoot 1 acid round. And don't do that, that's really a waste of a Magnum bullet that I did right now. I think it's because these are my first runs and didn't have enough experience, so the best thing you can do is shoot 1 hunter with the acid round, and if the hunter doesn't die, terminate him with the shotgun. And for the other hunter, shoot him with the Magnum, and if he doesn't die with 1 Magnum bullet, terminate him with the shotgun as well. And the strat that getting close to the hunter is pretty risky, to be honest. The best thing you can do is, if you get close to that camera while you are on that wall, and if the hunter doesn't go backwards, because hunter sometimes will go backwards, but if it doesn't, take some distance between you and the hunter, so go back a little and then equip the grenade launcher and shoot, because sometimes he can instantly slash you. And 120 FPS maybe will never happen, because at 120 FPS, like I told you, everything is faster, so even you equipping a weapon and aim and shoot is faster, so at 60 FPS it will happen more often. The dodge for these spiders is always the same. The last spider will never attack you if you keep running. It's not really necessary to pick up that defense item, because I have 3 daggers, man, and I think I won't use any of them. Maybe just 1. But I like to kill them because I have plenty of shotgun ammo. And just to be sure to not lose the run here because something is stupid. So I just kill those 2 zombies. And it's not necessary to decapitate them or incinerate them, because you won't visit this room anymore in the game. Here is the chicken of the game. And there's 1 zombie. You can let him work if you want and then get out. But again, I have plenty of ammo, so why don't waste it? Let's have some fun, why not? And for this zombie I like to wait until he goes to the right wall and then run while I am still close to the left wall. Let's see if I will pick up the... Yeah, I didn't pick it up, the electronic defense item. Because I have a lot of defense items and I won't use them. So not necessary to pick up more. So for this ending you don't need to save Chris. So it's not necessary to pick up the yellow gem. But I don't have enough space because I didn't save some items after the hunters. What you need is the grenade launcher, the battery, the crank, and the mansion key. But I really recommend you to bring the shotgun here as well, just in case you fucked up your own fight, or just in case the last hunter doesn't die with one acid round, because Yawn will always die with 4 acid rounds if you do the strat correctly. But the last hunter that is on the hallway after the art gallery sometimes will tank an acid round. So the best way you can do this part is like bringing the shotgun as well. And you will have enough space, so don't worry. If you bring the shotgun, it's not like you will be out of space. And the hunters won't trigger right there because I didn't pick up the yellow gem. The hunters only trigger on that hallway when you pick up the yellow gem. So maybe you remember, but I told you at the beginning of the game that you need to learn the pump cancel for the Yawn fight. It's really helpful for this fight. It's possible to kill Yawn without the pump cancel, but it's a little risky and more complicated. So when you regain control of Jill, equip the grenade launcher, aim and shoot him 3 times while you are pump canceling, and then go down the ladder, run straight, aim and shoot. He will always die on 4 shotgun shells. I'm sorry, 4 acid rounds. If you were able to shoot him 3 times on the 2nd floor, but you have to pump cancel for that. So remember, we just have 1 acid round, and I don't remember if I got the good RNG and the hunter died with just 1 acid round. But the hunter can tank an acid round, as I told you. But let's see what happened. And it's also helpful to bring the shotgun because on the room that we will visit right now, because we need the jewelry, there's 1 zombie as well. And maybe I used the acid round with that zombie on this run. I remember I used it on 1 run, I fucked up. But I'm not sure if it was on 1 run I was able to get or not. Maybe it was on practice or on attempts. Let's see. Yeah, able to dodge him. So yeah, the dodge is like that. It's and I fucked. Oh no, man. And I don't know if I realized right there that I fucked up because I don't have the acid round for the hunter. Because I got nervous. So that's how the left stick movement can troll you pretty easily. Right there it trolled me the camera and I wasn't able to pick up the jewelry and I was really close to the zombie. But it's not the end of the world. It's very consistent to dodge the hunter. I just like to kill him because I will come back to this part one more time after the mines. So that's why I like to kill him. But yeah, I think it's nice. It's okay. So in order to dodge him, you just have to run straight and go directly to the door. He will always miss the slash. And it's more consistent at 120 FPS again. At 60 FPS it's a little more difficult maybe. And maybe it can body block you easily at 60 FPS. So yeah, if you are able to play at 120 FPS, play at 120 FPS, why not? But it's not the end of the world if you are not able to play at 120 FPS, you can just play at 60. Because I make plenty of runs at 60 FPS on this game as well, and it's not impossible. I'm pretty sure I make all my creases run at 60 FPS and all the real survivor and invisible enemy. Because my computer was dying because of 120 FPS. So the main parts of this game is very similar to the range mode with some changes. But I say it's similar to range mode because you don't have to kill anything. You just have to dodge the enemies or evade them. And it's not so hard, to be honest. It's even less harder if you have experience with the range mode.
Is that?
The crank is on Rico's body, like in a range mode. And there's one little difference. There's a hunter on this room for Jill. But the dodge is like the same with Chris. You just run straight, then make a curve and get out. The hunter will always scream before attacking. Now, on the next room, there are two hunters that spawn. The dodge, you just have to stick close to the left wall and then make the curve as fast as you can, and the hunter will always miss the jump. To be honest, I never got hit on that part. Never. At least until this day. Maybe I will keep making runs and I will get hit because I just talk. So right now I'm with the shotgun because I know there are hunters still on the outside the art room. The hunter that I dodged before going to the mines. That's the reason I'm with the shotgun, because the Black Tiger fight that is coming right now, it will only take you 4 magnum bullets. The Black Tiger boss fight is another rank killer. Well, at least at 60 FPS more than at 120, because at 120 it's like more consistent. It doesn't really kill too many rounds at 120 FPS. At 60 it will kill more. So the strat goes like this. Equip the Magnum. Or you can even enter without Magnum equipped, I think. But it's better if you enter with the Magnum equipped. And when you regain control of Jill, you run straight and then to the left. And you shoot him 4 times, and the Black Tiger is dead. As I told you, at 120 FPS is more consistent than at 60 FPS, because sometimes at 60 FPS, because you are a little slower, when you are running straight, the spider can hit you with a jump or even can speed you as it immediately. So at 60 FPS the strat goes a little different, and you will see it on the best ending and the ending 2, I think. Yeah, ending 1 and ending 2. The ending 1 is the best ending, by the way. So the dodge is the same, you just have to stick close to the left wall. This puzzle is always the same, it never changes. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, always. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's 4, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 2, 3, 1. I said that right. Man, I'm getting crazy. So for this section I like to call it the Lisa's Labyrinth. The only thing you can do is trigger Lisa on certain points, so she won't cut your way. Maybe you see it because but I trigger Lisa on the left at the beginning of the section. And after I leave this room I will trigger again on one specific part, so she won't cut me up when I'm going out. And it's the same after you have the flame round. Right now we will trigger Lisa right here. And then I get out. Simple as that. I think the hardest part of learning this is the specific ways you have to go, because it's like a labyrinth, as I told you. That's why I like to call it Lisa's Labyrinth. You can get lost pretty easily. So you have to learn the section, and you will be pretty cool. First learn the section and then learn where to spawn Lisa. So the zombie right here is still on the same place, but the dodge is the same. Sometimes the zombie can be like really fucking close to you, but it will vomit. So don't go to him like trying to let him grab you. He's a way that again want to troll you. Just keep performing the dodge, and for that zombie just run straight. The zombie will always miss the grab. And remember, we didn't kill the hunter. So what we have to do is go to the ad room so we can reset the position of the hunter. When we enter, and the hunter will be in front of you. If the hunter doesn't die with one magnum bullet, equip the shotgun and terminate the hunter with the shotgun. There are shotgun shells on the left of the lamp if you want. I think on the only difficulty I pick up those shotgun shells, or I'm sorry, on the only ending I pick up those shotgun shells, it's on the best ending, yeah. The best ending is the only one. So for Lisa's fight, you need the Magnum, Magnum bullets, shotgun, shotgun shell, and both books. The best weapon you can have is the Magnum for this fight, to be honest. So there are plenty of things you can do with Lisa. You can even perform the quick kill, that you can throw her from the platform before pushing the stones. So for this ending you have to give back Barry his weapon. Then you start pushing the left stone. And then you start pushing the right one. Maybe you notice that I get close to the tomb before going to the right one. Like that you avoid Lisa jumping 90% of the time. Right there, fucking Barry's trolling me because he's not letting Lisa go into the place I want to. So when she's there, start shooting until she is like on the edge of the platform, and then start pushing the other stone. Right there, just shoot her again. And it's the same, she will be on the edge of the platform. That's the safest way because she won't jump or do anything. And that's the Lisa's fight. And of course you have to take care of Barry if Lisa jumps pretty close to him, because Lisa can actually kill Barry, even if you give him back his gun. Barry is pretty annoying, to be honest. Sometimes he's like shooting all the time, like on this case, and not helping a lot because it's not letting Lisa come to the part I want. And some other times it's like not shooting at all, even when Lisa's on his face, and just let her kill him. So for the laboratory section is the last one. But for this section you need all the weapons you have, the canteen and the lighter. I think I didn't pick up the grenade launcher because I don't have grenades, maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, just fill up the canteen with the kerosene. And make sure that you save one magnum bullet, because you need one magnum bullet for the Chimera. And I'm trying to decapitate all the zombies right here, but unfortunately I didn't decapitate the last one, so I will just light the last one. So when if you stand up on the fire when a zombie is incinerating, Jill will make a noise like she takes damage, but it really doesn't count as damage. So don't worry about that. You can stand up on that part. But it's not necessary, right? But maybe, I don't know, your controller disconnect. It doesn't count as damage, just in case you want to know. Now, in the remake, for all the endings, it doesn't matter if it's a bad ending or the best ending, you have to open both doors. It's not like on the classic. But the login and the password is the same as the classic. It's Yawn and the password is Ada. The second password is different, it's Cell. So because we have plenty of space, it's not necessary to go to the item box. Because we don't need to pick up the ammo discs for this ending, so we just pick up the laboratory key and continue our way. In case you fucked up and you don't have one magnum bullet for the Chimera, you can kill the Chimera with the shotgun as well. It's a little more difficult if you don't know how to pump cancel, but it's possible. It's easier with the magnum. This zombie, it's necessary to kill because you have to backtrack to this part 2 more times. And one time you will be with the nitroglycerin. So what I like to do is here is walk where I stick close to the right wall, then equip the magnum, aim and shoot. On a very rare occasion you will shoot and you will miss the shot because the Chimera maybe will be on the ceiling. If that happens, just shoot again if you have another magnum bullet. But if you don't have another magnum bullet, just get out of the room and reset it and try again with the shotgun. So with the nitroglycerin you just have to walk. You can run 2 steps and walk 2 steps like in speedruns. And I'm not really sure how I pick up those handgun bullets, it's not necessary. But as I said, you can perform the speedrun strat, but it's not really necessary because this is not a speedrun, right? It's not that much run, so you can just walk the entire way to the Chimeras part, because there are no enemies that will be annoying. We already killed them. When you enter to the Chimeras section, you will hear one Chimera on the left, but it's just like noise. The Chimera is like far left, will never come to you. So to be honest, the Chimeras section is easier than on the original on this game. It's like you have to just run the whole time. You don't have to bait them with attacks. Well, maybe when you are activating the ammo disc and other endings, but it's not so hard to be honest. As you can see, just keep running. So the flame rounds on this part, it's really necessary for the Tyrant fight. Because the Tyrant dies with 5 flame rounds. Flame rounds, yeah, with 5. But I wasn't like completely sure, so that's why I pick up the handgun as well. But it dies with 5 flame rounds, so don't worry. Unless you miss shots, right? But I think it's kind of impossible to miss on hard difficulty because you have auto aim.
Jill.
So when you regain control of Jill, just run to this part and wait until the Tyrant appears. When the Tyrant appears, just run, equip the grenade launcher and shoot him 3 times while you pump cancel. You can even shoot him 4 times. You can even shoot him 5 times if you want. Wait, he didn't die with 5? I'm a liar. I think I missed 1 shot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed 1 shot, dude. Because he dies with 5. Or am I high? Well, he's dead, right? That's the important thing.
Barry!
Self-destruct system has been activated. Personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs. Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
So now I remember that I was trying to make
Releasing all logs.
the ending 2, not the ending 3.
Self-destruct system.
But the fucking Tyrant never killed Barry on this fight, so I just get the ending 3. Because there's one ending that you have to let the Tyrant kill Barry. And by performing the cheese, it's sometimes hard to do it, because the Tyrant never grabs Barry. And I think that ending is the worst of all of them, but no, I think I'm wrong, man. It's the ending. Wait. No, that's another ending, yeah, I'm high. I think that's the ending 4. I don't remember, man. But there's one ending that you have to let the Tyrant kill Barry. But yeah, I think it's not the ending 2. I don't remember very well. I get confused very easily with the endings, to be honest. So I will perform the cheese. The cheese is exactly that you have to wait until when the timer is at 45 seconds. But because I wanted the Tyrant to kill him and maybe the timer wouldn't be enough, I let the timer until the 50 seconds, I guess. But the best thing you want to do is left it to 1 minute. But if you just want to make the cheese perfectly, just let the timer until 45 seconds. And yeah, I'm a fucking chooser, dude. So the Tyrant won't agree to you if Barry keeps shooting the Tyrant, because as you can see, like, the Tyrant was trying to come to me, but Barry started shooting him and he just started watching Barry. And I was waiting until the Tyrant killed Barry, but he never grabbed him, so I knew there wasn't enough time, so I just go for the ending 3. And GG. So this was Resident Evil HD Remaster, no save, no damage, getting the ending 3 with Jill Valentine. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned, hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about this run or any runs I have, just feel free to ask me at twitch.tv/Saurio or at the Discord server of Team Glitchless. I'll be happy to help you. Have a good one. Goodbye everyone. I'm Ares. See you next time.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife and kids. They always wait up for me. Even today, my eldest daughter. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. He's alive. I just know.
Jill, you did a fine job.